Hunter x Hunter is the gold standard for shonen anime. Even though the manga has had multiple hiatuses due to the declining health of its creator Yoshihiro Togashi, Hunter x Hunter has always kept readers and anime watchers coming back. For this video, I'll be talking about why Hunter x Hunter is worth the watch. And no, not the 1999 one, but the 2011 Hunter x Hunter anime. There are, however, certain aspects that might deter you from watching it, and I will go over those later on in the video. Overall, Hunter x Hunter has a superior narrative, unconventional character motivations, and spectacular fights. Hunter x Hunter is an anime about Gon Freaks, a kid who wants to become a hunter and find his dad. A hunter is a licensed elite member of society. They take on all kinds of crazy jobs like fighting humongous beasts or finding unimaginable treasures. Gon and his friends Killua, Kurapika, and Leorio join together to fight powerful enemies including nin users, nin being the energy power that people use like ki in Dragon Ball or chakra in Naruto. This show does an incredible job of creating suspense and setting up unique challenges. We start out with the hunter exam, and that is crazy enough. People straight up die in this exam, which is wild, but there are few rules in this world. Hunters can kill with immunity in some cases, and the Hunter Association is essentially a private mercenary organization. The hunters aren't really the good guys in the story. They just do the jobs that they are told to do, and while oftentimes the hunters' personal motivations align with the good of the world, that is just a happy coincidence rather than a necessary requirement for being a hunter. That brings us to the next great aspect of the show, the characters and their motivations. Right from the start, we know what everyone wants to do. We know Gon wants to become a hunter and find his dad. We know Kurapika wants to seek revenge for his slaughtered clan. It's clear that each person has something unique that they want to accomplish, yet they all want to become hunters in order to do that unique task. That's what makes hunters such a diverse group of people. They are all talented fighters, yes, but they each have their own special skill that serves them in a different way, but in a way that is vital to their core mission. Let's take Hisoka for an example, or Hisoka, however you want to say it. This man fights the strongest person that he can find, and he refuses to fight a weak opponent. By that, I mean Hisoka won't fight Gon until he has at least learned a few things about nin. During the hunter exam, he wanted to fight the freaking chairman of the Hunter Association. It does kind of suck that we didn't see him in the Chimera Ant arc, Hisoka that is, but hopefully we will get to see him fight strong nin users again one day. I heard that he fights someone really interesting in the manga. You see, each character isn't like your regular shonen protagonist. In Naruto, all characters generally want to fight for their village or they support the Akatsuki, the bad guys. Of course, I'm generalizing, but you get my point. In Hunter x Hunter, I can't even name two hunters with the same motivation. I'm pretty sure Moral just wants to smoke cigars and sleep, but hey, that's a motivation too, I guess. It's exciting to watch everyone get a backstory and some character development too. That high quality characterization leads to some really great fights too. It's hard to explain, but most of the fights we see in Hunter x Hunter aren't exactly death matches, they're games usually. The hunter exams are about stealing badges, passing challenges, and sometimes endurance contests. On Greed Island, they have to obtain cards. And in the Heaven's Arena arc, they just have to win matches based on points. So while there are tons of death battles in this show, there are plenty of non-combat battles that are just as good, if that makes sense. The great thing about the actual fight scenes are the uniqueness of the powers. Hisoka can use bungee gum and texture surprise, and it broke my mind the way he used both those abilities in tandem during his fight with Castro. Crollo's Bandit Secret book is so overpowered, but his conditions are insanely difficult to meet. There are so many times in this series when you look at what you're watching and you think, wow, I never in a million years would have guessed that he could do that. And you're half right, because the cost of using the ability could be that person's ultimate downfall. One of the coolest parts in this show is where Crollo fights Zeno and Silva. It's crazy intense, and you can tell that each of them have tons of analytical experience. They each identify their opponent's battle strategy and nin powers, and that only takes a few minutes. It's a shame that we didn't get to see Crollo fight too much in this show. While the fight scenes are awesome, that doesn't mean Hunter x Hunter has no flaws. The worst part about this show is the pacing. Some moments are really great narratively, but they are not exciting to watch. One such moment is when Gon, Kurapika, and Leorio train super hard and work together for a few episodes to open a door. Yes, that's it, they open a door. While in the context, this allows us to learn learn more backstory about Killua, but it's not very enjoyable. Also, the Chimera Ant arc is just so long. It has 60 episodes in total, which is way longer than any other arc. It's the show's climax for right now, so that makes sense, but still, I was feeling the slog by the end of the arc. But that doesn't mean that it was not a great arc. It had tons of good fights, and yes, one of the greatest fights in anime history, I will say. The last thing I will say about the imperfections of the show is that I would not recommend it to a new anime watcher. There are other shows like Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen that get into the fighting a whole lot quicker. In my personal opinion, you have to watch all of Hunter x Hunter in order to respect the show. When you finish it, you look back on it and you say, wow, that's a really good story. In the middle of watching it, you think, that's kind of cool, but where is this going exactly? It's just like being a hunter though. It's an adventure. Hunter x Hunter is a great anime, there's no doubt. We get a very different story than usual shonen shows. Every character has their own purpose in life that is tailored to suit them, and the show delivers complex fights. If I were to rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it an 8. No show is without its flaws, but Hunter x Hunter is definitely a good show. Every anime fan should watch this anime. That's all for me. This is the Eagle-Eyed Samurai signing off.